Honourable Member for Calgary Glenmore.
Mr. Speaker, our natural gas industry faces the same issues accessing world markets that have plagued our province's oil sector, including the spread of misinformation. The U.S. has placed emphasis on energy independence, creating lower demand for Canadian products. Therefore, Alberta must seek out new markets for our natural gas products. Meanwhile, protesters in BC are attempting to block our natural gas from reaching international markets. To the Associate Minister of Natural Gas, what is the government doing to support getting our LNG off the West Coast?
The Associate Minister of Natural Gas.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. If the members opposite had their way, Mr. Speaker, they would still be on this side of the House, side by side with Extinction Rebellion, protesting the Coastal GasLink. Well, Mr. Speaker, I know two things. One is that it will be 45 years before that Albertans ever forgive the members opposite for the damage that they did to this province, Mr. Speaker. And the second thing is, this administration, we stand beside the energy industry and we stand alongside our Indigenous allies in true reconciliation.
Honourable Member for Calgary Glenmore.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Given that communities like those surrounding the industrial heartland rely on the jobs and economic benefits that come from industrial innovation and continued growth from our energy sectors, and given that Alberta's low natural gas prices have created an opportunity for natural gas products to add value to industries like the petrochemical sector, to the Associate Minister, what is this government doing to encourage corporations like those in the petrochemical sector to consider Alberta a viable jurisdiction for long-term investment?
The Honourable, the Associate Minister of Natural Gas.
Mr. Speaker, Alberta is home to high-quality, low-cost feedstock. We've got a skilled workforce in place as well. Mr. Speaker, we are a destination, so we are currently having the largest, most robust consultation that has ever happened in this industry, and we're building both a brand and a vision that is going to make this province a destination not just for natural gas, but for petrochemical as well.
The Honourable Member.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Given that it can take up to 4 times longer to have a natural gas project approved in Alberta than in Texas, and nearly twice as long in our neighbouring province of Saskatchewan, and given that our province's regulatory red tape creates unnecessary financial burdens on our already struggling natural gas sector, and given that too much industry regulation serves as a proven barrier to investment, to the Associate Minister, how will this government reduce the cost of our regulatory regime and make us competitive with jurisdictions like Texas?
The Associate Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. By the end of our first term, we're going to have cheaper taxes, Mr. Speaker, than 44 U.S. states. That's going to make us competitive with Louisiana and Texas. Now, we all know that the tone-deaf decision-making on behalf of the previous administration resulted in billions of dollars, tens of billions of dollars, Mr. Speaker, fleeing the province. That's a shame. Now, it begs the question, Mr. Speaker, is that the reason why the member for Calgary-McLeod has sat in this legislature for 54 days and he has not asked a single natural gas question? That's a shame.